What is up, everybody? We are here with another video. Sam's just, clicking record, so, we don't have time to breathe. Here we are, watching. I'm going to let you guys fill in the gaps because I have no idea what the hell this is.
Sakamoto days.
Sakamoto days.
So they just said it's about an assassin that retired, and now he's opening a restaurant, and it's like, it sounds like John Wick, but a little more calm. So, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know what we're doing. I haven't even seen a trailer. I don't know what we're doing.
This is
That's
so
kind of cool.
Great, then. All right, Here we go. Let's get busy.
A Netflix series. That looks like the SpongeBob font.
It does.
Kill him now!
Oh, wait, what? God, oh, the blood is in the man's eyes.
Whoa!
Dang!
Oh!
Yeah, no. Oh!
All evil men feared him,
Feels weird.
and all hitmen revered him. Until one day...
Good evening, how are you?
Sakamoto fell in love. He retired, got married, had a baby,
Aww.
and eventually,
Dying.
Sakamoto grew out of shape. You're dead!
Oh.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh no, this has to be going on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Creepy.
Ballpoint pen to the carotid artery is a rough way to go. I saw what you were thinking. I'm Shin the Clairvoyant.
Dang!
Why is killing me the first thought that comes into your head?
At least as far as I'm concerned. The New Year's a big fat joke.
Dang.
See you around.
Little crap! You were still so freaking cool!
My dick.
What? How young is this kid? It didn't
And if
seem
it
like-
has to be
seemed like a lot of
In
time
his
passed.
late teens, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
God. Oh, that's kind of hard, bro.
Say goodbye! Was that a piece of candy?
Yo, he's gone. Oh, crap. That's it right there.
Oh!
Ah, shit. Thinking.
Right. He was.
Brought back to the house.
Hey, he's awake! Oh, well, thank goodness for that.
Unity.
Must be fire.
Yeah, he got
So good.
It's
so warm.
This is how I make it right.
Wow.
Fine, then. If you put a bullet in your own brain, I'll spare Sakamoto. Yeah, right. I'd never do that, you worthless fool.
Yeah, I heard that. And I can't really say I'm surprised.
Oh, right. He reads minds.
You idiot.
Oh, frick!
Oh, no way. Oh, chill! He got a fat cave.
Wait, what? Yo! Get wrecked!
That's
Get
crazy.
Yo! Who is this man?
I'm finished.
The saver!
Yo, who is this man?
Can you please stop eating your ramen right next to me?
Come on, hurry up!
Hello, welcome.
What do we think about this craziness? I mean, I've seen something similar to this. I can't remember if you saw it, Busy or not, but Spy Family. Where like
Okay.
It's in that realm.
with Spy Family, you know, you got like a tops
normal
in.
life with all this.
Like
Yeah.
assassin, you got somebody that's a great spy, and you have somebody that actually can read minds. But they become like a really good unit as a family that's a fake family. But I think that the difference with that versus this, like this is hardcore. Like the actual action, the violence, and the capability. That he is a whole pound. That man, no matter
Yeah.
what his weight is,
Is that a
no
pun?
matter what's going on,
I
like
think it was.
he is next level. Like he is terrifying. I don't
Got
know
some
who would ever
representation out
think
there,
to
bro.
kill this man. Like for real, like why would you even try to step to him? Like honestly, but one thing I'll say is that's really dope is the animation. I think the animation style complements the situation. He's stylized very specifically, but I think that it's very fluid with the movement with it. I mean, the character designs are really classic, like 90s animation, but I really thought they did a really good job with all the action scenes and all the transitions. And I mean, of course, food always looks good on anime. But what did you guys think of it?
I took a break, and I feel bad that I took a break from it just because stuff happened. But I was reading the Way of the House Husband manga for a while, and I know that got an anime as well. And it was very much a similar thing where like the fierce hitman in the Yakuza, now he's a house husband. And like if you watch that anime and you read that manga, like it's intense that it would be fight scenes, but it's just him trying to make dinner or trying to wash dishes, and he's just so intensed up. So I felt this similar dynamic between that and Sakamoto days, where like he's trying to mind his business, but oh my gosh, in the middle of a convenience store, he's gonna duke it out like if he was on a mission by the mobs in Japan, if you will. And I just, yeah, I was like, this feels like what I've seen in the covers of the mangas, because I was close to picking up this manga. It was between The Way of the House Husband or this, and I've chose The Way of the House Husband. But I remember seeing the covers, and I'm like, and I saw a little bit of the synopsis, and I was like, what is this?
Right.
Imagine if someone does this thinking, oh well, John Wick did that for fighting, but what if we do a spin on it? And I was just like, I love that it has that connective tissue to like different realms where you can go like slapstick comedy, or you can do the serious bombastic John Wick stuff. And
Yeah.
I like that there was the element with the family as well, and just him with the apron, and almost him not talking a lot was almost helpful. Where it's like, okay, what is he gonna say? Or never mind, he doesn't have to say much. Just his actions speak louder. And yeah, I had a blast with this one. I don't know about the animation all the way yet. I like cool that it's like it's close to what I've seen visually, but like I think story and action got it for me. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
hooked.
And Busy, you went into this completely blind. You had no idea what the heck we were bringing you into. So what was your impressions on the episode?
A lot of stuff that it kept reminding me of a lot of things, whether it's John Wick or whether the dad started bringing vibes from other characters. Like before we dive into that, I mean, like the comedic vibes were there. Then we have really cool moments where the dude puts in a certain code in the cash register, and then they reveal a fat cave. Like this man legit is like Batman, bro. It was just so dope, dude. Like seeing all those weapons come out of nowhere. But the one thing that his design really reminds me of, I was thinking at first like the dad from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. But then
especially the mustache.
But then I was thinking deeper into it. Have you guys seen Luca, like the Pixar movie?
Yeah.
So you know Luca's dad?
Mm-hmm.
That's who that dude reminds me of. If you pull up a picture of Luca's dad, like the dude has like he looks like him, except he just doesn't have glasses. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just it was like the similarities. I had to look it up because I was like, bro, like this is actually kind of funny. But like I mean, everything so far has been interesting. It's the first episode, but the action did not lack. And I really like when they can find a balance where it's like there's a comedic vibe to it, but also it can get really, really brutal. And we've seen that recently with like say Kaiju number 8, where there's a lot of like cool humor, but at the same time they don't hesitate when it comes to the action. Like you'll see somebody punch a hole through someone else's body, and here is the same vibe. Like we got a lot of comedic moments, but it's still I'm telling you, bro. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know.
No, you're onto something.
Yeah,
I forgot about the cat,
the
bro.
double chin. But he got a little bit of muscle.
The cat got a mustache too.
That's actually funny.
But no, it's just they did a really cool job with this first episode. The scariest things when it comes to anime, for an example, is just hoping that they stick the landing or keep the vibe within the next few the next few episodes. Donadon was a hit, and Netflix dropped that. So I mean, I'm hoping that we can get the same thing with this. I'm hoping it could be as popular. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how people do react to this, because it is very different, and the whole concept is just a whole bit and a half. Like it's comedy, bro. Like
Mhm.
an assassin who becomes Big Bone. Like that's funny. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So good to be represented, and I'm really excited to see what they do next. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be fire. I'm
Yeah.
really hoping it sticks a landing, bro.
And I
Yeah.
think they did a really good job with like how they started it. Like they started it with showing how capable he actually is.
Mhm.
But then they allowed us to kind of breathe for a second and let us kind of see his trek, like him walking away and what provoked him to walk away. Why? Like kindness and this connection and having a daughter and having a family and then having a family business. Like, I mean, it's like at the end of the day, no one really truly understands like how and why he made this choice. And it takes the whole entire episode really for our other main character Shin to kind of grasp it, and it actually provokes him to want to change. Like he was willing to actually die if need be for it. I think that even though he's clairvoyant, I think he wasn't bluffing. I think that if it came down to it and the guy was like, okay, if he's really down, then cool, I'll leave him alone. But there's no way he's going to kill himself. He would have pulled that trigger in a second. And I think that moment made him such a great character. There are certain character developing themes that they added in this one episode that for both our main character and Shin, that I was like, oh nah, like that Starsky and Hutch, bro. Like I need both of them, and then two, there's a lot of room for Shin to grow, and he's got such love and devotion to him. It was actually hilarious, like him in the car when he was like, oh man, screw this guy, he's old and fat, but oh god, I miss him, I love him. And I think the person walked away, they thought that something was happening in the car because they were like, don't listen, honey. But you're right about that. As far as like the adult themes, there's a lot of language, a lot of blood and guts, but I mean, surrounding just the family alone, like the little kid kind of walking around being a perfect little boy, and then the little daughter just being sweet and just loving her dad, and the mom can cook like nobody's business. Messed up Shin's whole life. He was like, "Oh man, I gotta change my life right now." But man, I actually thought this was a really good kickoff episode, and I think that anybody that's watched it at this point, I think it's gonna be kind of like, oh, I gotta see where it's gonna go. But what were you gonna say, Runner?
No, that I did a reaction for the trailer, and I was just like, "What the hell is this?" And from what I remember of watching that trailer, it stayed true to it, and it's saying at this moments, that's how you know a good story is, and especially animation has been doing that for decades, where like an act can tell you a lot about a backstory or a memory, if you will. So like him choosing to almost give his life for this guy who made it out, it tells you a lot about how much his upbringing was and how he was just like glad that somebody showed him a way out of the hitman life, and how it's just like, okay, that's worth dying for. The fact that I got a glimpse of that like, thank you for that. And I found that very admirable, if you will. And I can already sense that we stick with the show. Who knows what else they're gonna do with that grocery shop, because it's simple, and yet, like you said, the minute he put in that code and he hit the cave, I was just like, what is it gonna happen? Is it gonna be like almost like a continental thing, if you will, where it's like no discounts here, or I'm with it. I really hope it does honor the fan base of the manga, and that it sticks the landing. But yeah, I had a blast.
Yeah, Ronan, what was some of the things that you picked out about it? I mean, it was a lot of different things going on. I mean, from the moment that the kid decided he was going to try to take him out, try to convince the boss, and he tried to step to him with his little silencer, and my man with some candy was putting in that work with literally sweets and candy. So, I mean, conceptually, what was your final take on this first episode?
It just, I love even the idea of just the thought that he knew what he was thinking already, and he was gone by then. And the over the top notion of like, don't judge a book by its cover, even though he's big. Don't mess with him because he still has the speed, and him, helping cut the log off the trees, if you will, and being a very much a community man. I appreciate that when you can balance that out. And it's John Wick meets Mr. Bean, if you will. It's like I never thought that concept could like work until I started seeing stuff like this or Way the House Husband, and I'm like, you know what? With the right tools, this can broaden up the area with the hitman, if you will. It doesn't just have to be brooding and some guy smoking a cigarette in an alley in a corner. It's like you could do this angle, and I want to see happens. I want to see what happens when we spend time with just the wife and the daughter. I want to see how their angle is and how much they probably don't know at all of his history, or maybe they do. Who knows?
That's the thing. I was like, what if the little girl's trained up? Like she ready to take somebody out.
Snaps and extras.
But Busy, what was your take, man? What's some of the things you liked about it?
So again, I mean, it comes back to just like the constant switch between the humor and the action. I mean, this
Yeah.
can go either way. You know, with a lot of these shows, it can really go either way. Because they can, you know, rely on one or the other. And again, this is the first episode, so I'm not trying to get like glaze it up too much. Like I do want to dive to the next one because I do want to see if it does maintain that level of quality, if you will.
Mhm.
But you know, I'm hoping it can keep that balance because you know shows are really, you know, make it or break it when it comes to relying on one or the other. So we'll definitely see in the next few episodes. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and I mean, my final take as far as rating, it's at an A right now for me. I'm ready to see the next episode. I think that's where I'm at right now. To be
Mhm.
honest, I'm kind of a little antsy, but yeah, that's my I'm excited. Ronan, what's your rating, real quick?
I'll go at an A minus. I think I'm either A minus or B plus. And I'm willing to give the second episode a try. I was like, okay, we established Shin and how that angle plays out with Sakamoto. What's next? What's the next thing? Are they gonna have like a rush on Black Friday at that grocery store? Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, what about you, Busy?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, I don't want to give it such a high rating yet because you know it's only 20 minutes that we've seen, so
A minus.
solid A minus.
All right, you guys, we'll be back for the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Go and check out these guys' epic channels and social medias. BIZZYBRON reactions on TikTok and of course on YouTube, and Ronan Unchained on YouTube and TikTok and some other stuff. A lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. We'll be back, y'all.